And field of five, sent in action. St. Louis had the best jump away, but there goes the speed of the Last Fact. The Last Fact is in a tussle early with St. Louis. That bodes well for the outside runner, Man on Attack, who is third. Highly Perfect is fourth, and then out the back is And the Thunder Rolls, trailing by about 6.5. The speed is held by Man on Attack. Trying to get up there is the Last Fact. And the Last Fact has dispensed early with St. Louis, who's relegated back in second. Man on Attack's about to pass that one on the outside running. Next in fourth, And the Thunder Rolls. And on the move is Highly Perfect from far back. 22-3. For the first quarter mile. Around the turn they go, past the 5/16, and now 2 furlongs remain. It's the Last Fact. Alex Bendezu throwing it down by 2. Well off the inside fence. Here comes a belated run on the inside part from And the Thunder Rolls, who's now about to inhale St. Louis for second. Is there any catching the Last Fact in deep stretch? Inside the final furlong, 110 yards remains. It is the Last Fact in race number 1. The Last Fact at 9-2 healthy. Photo for the place spot is the Last Fact and jockey Alex Bendezu. Owned and trained by Heather Aaron. The winning time, 1:12 and 4/5 of a second. Track fast. 5-year-old gelded son of El Madouar. And they're off. All came out great. Cookin' Roses, rank and file from the outside boxes. Get out first and second. Deauville Mist is now going to challenge for the bottom end of the exacta spot early. Bailston Lassie is on the charge. Now drops off in fourth. About to be passed is she by Viva Violence underneath. 2 more times has a lot to do in this field of a half a dozen mares going by the 3/8 pole. It is Cookin' Roses and Victor Balin throwing it down out by almost 5 lengths from Deauville Mist, still tracking and trying so hard. Inside Viva Violence of Deauville Mist. Outside, singularly paced is Rank and File, having to do better both 2 more times, and way back there to Bailston Lassie, almost 9 lengths off the lead. The lead is held by Cookin' Roses throughout. Is out by 2.5. The oncoming challenge from the outside is Viva Violence, and down the crown of the course in the orange cap is Rank and File. Inside 2 more times, deep stretch. Cookin' Roses trying to last, and will. Cookin' Roses, Victor Balin, a front-running score by almost 2 over Viva Violence. And into the winner's circle in a roundabout fashion comes number 6, Cookin' Roses, and jockey Victor Balin. For in his favor stable, Max Quinona's the trainer. Cookin' Roses, 6-year-old daughter of Maltese Dog. And they're off. Sprinting start for Bobby Tutu. No faster past the wire for time number 1 than Bobby Tutu, Golub's Dream, hoping that Golub's Dream can get up into a good spot around the turn. Right on Golub's Dream's outside is Super Tricks in third. A joint third that from Close to Me, who's challenging now behind the speed that is Bobby Tutu. And the trailer past the 3/4 to go mark is Maria's Gift. Well spread out from front to back. Bobby Tutu, Harold Ortega throwing it down in 25-1. On the muscle is Close to Me and Victor Balin looking for a riding double. Inside is Golub's Dream and Chris Amy in third. 4th place is Super Tricks, well handled, and way back there to Maria's Gift and Kim Sampson, 8 lengths off the lead. The half mile in 49 1/5 of a second. Throughout this duration, Bobby Tutu has had that front-running style with Close to Me in second. No change in third. Golub's Dream has to do better. Hunkered down off the main is Corey Orm aboard Super Tricks. And here comes the first one to move out of last. Maria's Gift is starting to move up on the far outside. They hit the top of the lane. Just about through with the turn in 1:14 4/5 of a second. Coming back to the field was Bobby Tutu. Close to Me is now challenging for that leadership. Off the fence, trying to be resurgent, is Golub's Dream in third. Coming out into the path there was a weary Close to Me. That had an accordion effect, but here comes Super Tricks and Golub's Dream to challenge that longtime leader. And from last is Maria's Gift. Bobby's Tutu has given way. Super Tricks, Close to Me. Super Tricks got it. Close to Me second. Photo for third. We welcome back, greeting our winner of race number 3, Gateway. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge. Gateway Chapter BCCA Trophy Race goes to number 2, Super Tricks for GAB Secret Acres. Gabe Bretana, the winning conditioner. Your rider is Corey Orm. And there they go. Good break on the inside for Creekmore using that pace, but here comes Metal Effect and Alvin Ortiz. They're going to try to cross and clear in front of a headstrong Ginsberg, who's back in second. They're going to line up out there, Creekmore, along the inside fence. So 3 of them vie, sitting well. In 4th is Full Magazine. A length and a half back to Sunny is Not So Funny, and out the back is DeYank, but only 6 lengths would cover the group. The trio up top, inside out. Creekmore spit it out there just a bit as Ginsburn to 3rd. On the outside, Metal Effect gains the momentum and has a neck lead over Creekmore. They're really changing spots now. Full Magazine is a threat. 3 deep off the inside fence. Way back on the far outside of the track is Sunny is Not So Funny. Nothing left for Ginsburn. And out of the back, here comes DeYank, who's saving all the ground. Inside, from outside, Creekmore has taken over the lead, but Metal Effect is tenacious, and here comes DeYank. DeYank is a presence in deep stretch. Metal Effect is resurgent. DeYank, Creekmore gives way. Metal Effect, DeYank. Metal Effect beat DeYank. It was Full Magazine for 3rd, then a retreating Creekmore 4th. Greeting the group for Judy Down and Ratana and Bo Downan's memorial race is number 8, Metal Effect, and jockey Alvin Ortiz. Owned and trained by Jose Rodriguez, a 6-year-old gray gelded son of the Factor, out of the Medaglia de Oro mare. And they're off. Squeezed at the start was Grey Hop. Out very well with pace is Expressor. Underneath that one is Fast Kylie. These 2 quickest out in the opening strides. Next comes Smooth Attack. On the outside of Smooth Attack is Poncho Attack. Flying Cricket is 5th. Back in 6th is It's Mambo. And then way back to Span. And not out anywhere close is Grey Hop, trailing by about 15 lengths off the speed. That is all Expressor, who's isolated. Victor Balin looking for a pair, who's out by 4.5 or 5. Here's Smooth Attack over the top of Fast Kylie, who's under reserve now. Head throwing about on the inside. And 4th is Poncho Attack. 5th around the turn past the 5/16 is Flying Cricket. Now getting busy late in the pink and black is Span. Nowhere to go for Its Mambo, and never involved as Grey Hop is languishing far back but making a belated run. Past the 3/16, it's still Expressor, practicing social distancing tonight. 5 lengths in front, but wilting just a bit. Oncoming is Span. It's Mambo, but it's all Expressor to win at 7-5. Span was 2nd. It's Mambo was 3rd, and flying from last, Grey Hop into the winner's circle. Winner of the 5th race, number 4, Expressor and jockey Victor Balin with a riding double. It's a training double for Max Quinones. And they're off. Good speed in the center for Arrow Strike, who has a gang on the outside. Quarter horsed and hanging left is Minnesota Moon, but is fanned out about 8 paths from the inside fence. Rabbit Hound has the advantage in the opening furlong from Arrow Strike in 2nd, now backs off to 4th. Is passed by Paint by Letters, and on the far outside is Minnesota Moon. These 3 vie. Back now from 1st to 5th. Because Arrow Strike is passed on the outer by Path to Success, running up into 4th. Well back in 6th, and on hold is Gold Smoke and Victor Balin looking for 3 on the card. Next comes Plain or Peanut trying to negotiate a decent trip. And far back we have Valiente Claymore as they cruise down the backstretch run. Just about 10 lengths separates this group, and 24-3 for the opening stanza. Rabbit Hound, Chris Amy doles out the speed, 48 1/5 of a second. How much more does this one have? Under the pump is Paint by Letters. On the outside, about to give way as Minnesota Moon has to do better, is passed on the inside by Arrow Strike, who means business. Arrow Strike, apprentice Bailey Weatherly got shut out, and here comes Path to Success, who's gaining. Dropping anchor is Minnesota Moon. Not heard from yet is Valiente Claymore out the back. We have just about 400 yards to go. They're in the stretch. It's Rabbit Hound in a virtual deadlock with path to success on the outside. Gold Smoke is gaining. Gold Smoke down the crown of the course. Shut off there as Arrow Strike. Deep stretch. Final 110 yards. It's path to success. It's Gold Smoke. It's Rabbit Hound. It's Gold Smoke by a head. Into the winner's circle steps number 4, Gold Smoke, and jockey Victor Balin with 3 on the night. Gold Smoke is owned by Shelley Essen Price, trained by Eddie Essen Price. And they're off. One Putt Richie got the jump on the field with Devil's Tower up close and on the inside. Outside is Huey Attack running third. About 3 off them is Hella running fourth. 5th and 6th right together on the outside portion is WW Crazy and Seminole Beach. Seminole Beach takes over 5th. And well back to 7th place, Papa Rocket, who's way out the back there. It's Devil's Tower to creep up the inside fence. On the inside of One Putt Richie, no change in the top running trio with Huey Attack fanned out. Seminole Beach is running a good one early, but is fanned out extremely wide. Here's under a drive. Hella is all in. WW Crazy moves up. And on the backside, it is Papa Rocket starting to thread his way through and tries to muster up a good going between rivals. This thing's wide open at the top of the stretch with 330 yards to go. Slingshotting down the stretch is Devil's Tower. Inside is Hella at lofty odds. Down the crown of the course is WW Crazy. Up into 3rd is Papa Rocket. Deep stretch. Devil's Tower. Will the favorite oblige at even money? That is a true gift. Devil's Tower wins. Lengthened at quarterback to 2nd running. Papa. Into the winner's circle steps number 2, Devil's Tower. Authoritatively handled by Alexander Bendezu with a riding double. Owned by Antonio Donato, trained by Armando Hernandez. Almost set in the gate. Flag is up. Just about set. A lot of bouncing around in there. And they're off. Good break. There goes the speed towards the outside for Sally Surprise. Wider to Free Love, who's gaining. Jockey ganders to the inside rail for track positioning. So as they sort each other out, Sally Surprise and Free Love, 1 and 2 down the backstretch run. It's Foggy Kitten well spotted in 3rd. 4th and 5th, Delta Lady inside. Right between is May Start over the debut on this surface. Wider we have Awesome Skippy and Golub's Ranger. Out the back there by about 8 lengths off the front-running pair, 23 flat. Inside, Sally Surprise, plastered by Free Love on the outside. Nothing between both of them on the front. It's well back to Foggy Kitten, has to make up about 4.5. Next, May Start. Awesome Skippy. That's Awesome Sunday on the far outside, who's gaining just a bit. Golub's Ranger's starting to move up now from last. Delta Lady has about 8 lengths to make up. Past the 3/16 in our closeout race. It's Sally Surprise, Emmanuel Giles. They're out by 3, and they're moving well away from the rest. Golub's Ranger in for a piece, but there's no catching. Your winner of the final, Sally Surprise, will win by 6.5 lengths. Free Love was second. Into the FanDuel winner's circle, number 6, Sally's Surprise, and jockey Emmanuel Giles, winner of the 8th and final race. Off odds, 3-1, 6, 8, 4, and 5. We congratulate the winning connections.